여러분 안녕하세요. 오늘 vegetables and fruits 채소, 과일을 해보겠습니다. We're going to learn the words for vegetables and fruits. It is from the Power of Korean Vocabulary, an Appendix G, 채소, 과일. And we included this part, these words, because in many cases of second language learners outside Korea, they have little or no chance to learn these words and use these words in their conversation. That's why we added this, and we try to get a scene from a Korean market, typical market, mart, market. But one thing that we have to learn with these words is the counters. As you may know, Korean nouns are counted by the specific classifier or the counter. Okay, for books, for example, books are counted by 권, animals are mari, and human beings, people, are 명, and most general items are 개, right? Like 의자, or pen, cup, these things. They are just counted by the 개, the piece. But when there is a numeral information, then the word order is the noun, number, and counter. Please remember that. Noun, number, counter. So one bag is 가방 한 개. Two friends are 친구 두 명. 책 세 권. Four dogs, right? 개 네 마리. And 한두 세네 and number 20, 스물, should be used as a 스무. So these 5 words in native Korean have a typical form to be used in this construction. Otherwise, we use the same native Korean numbers. So once again, the order is noun, number, counter. Okay, please keep that in mind. We'll learn that later. You will learn that later if you don't know. Okay, the words. So this appendix contains 18 entries. It has 18, starting from 호박 to 수박. Right? 호박 is zucchini, pumpkin, and the 수박 is watermelon. Check the English definitions. Okay, let's start with the 호박. 호박 is what? Zucchini and pumpkins. Pumpkins, right? Zucchini and pumpkins. But these kind of 호박 is has a name as 애호박. I'll explain it later. But 호박 is just one item, so you count it by 개. Okay, a piece of 호박. So 호박 한 개. 호박 한 개. Okay, it's 1,400원, 1,400 won. And 시금치, next one, number 2, 시금치. 해볼까요? C 아니에요? 시금치. 시금치 is spinach. 시금치죠? 시금치 is in a bundle. So 한 단. 시금치 한 단. So we buy it as not as a piece, right? Not as a piece, but as a bundle usually. So that's the 단. 시금치 한 단. Okay, get back to the 호박. In Korean, 호박 is more like a cover term to refer to all these kind of squash. The first one is the 애호박. 애호박, it's a young 호박. 애 as a child, kid. So 애호박, young 호박. It is usually translated as a squash, right? But this one is the 단호박, the sweet, 달다, 달아요, 단호박, and sweet 호박. But in English, it's like it is usually called as kabochak squash. Okay, and you make a soup. It's very sweet, or you can cook it and eat it as as it is. Okay, and this one is the Hobart pumpkin that you are most familiar with. You can carve this to make a jack-o'-lantern on Halloween. You can make pumpkin pies or pumpkin soups. Okay, that they are the pumpkins. We call it pumpkin, but it's a kind of hobak in Korean. And this one, I think I see it most commonly at the market. It's called zucchini, and there are many other types of hobak, but they are all, well, how do you translate it? Squash, zucchini, pumpkin. In Korean people may want to translate it as a pumpkin, but the hobak, because the hobak refers to all these kind of pumpkin squash zucchini. It's hard to tell. They are all hobaks. Okay, next. Number 3, 3번. 3번 is a lettuce. 상추. 상추. 그죠? Number 2 was the 시금치, and lettuce is the 상추. Okay, 상추. And 오이, cucumber. Cucumber, 오이. cucumber이에요. But what's the counter? Counter is 봉. What is 봉? I added one small picture here. So this is called a 비닐봉투. 비닐봉투 for the recycle trash. 그렇죠? 그러면 this is called the 비닐봉투. 비닐 is the Korean version of vinyl, okay? And 봉투 is the bag, this kind of bag. So plastic bag is translated as 비닐봉투 in Korean. 비닐봉투. That 봉 can be used as a counter for the 상추. Look, this is in a bag, in a plastic bag. So 상추 한 봉 or 오이 한 봉, it's in the package. So 오이 한 봉, you can use that. 오이, okay, cucumber 오이, lettuce, 상추. You need that for the when you eat 고기, 쌈. Okay. Next one, the 마늘. Wow, that's the essential, very essential for Korean food. 그죠? So 마늘, garlic, yeah, garlic. Garlic is in a net bag, right? 넷이에요. So the 망 means net. Even the internet, the network has used this word 망. 인터넷 초고속망, high speed internet. Okay, so 망 is used in that way. But 마늘, that's the garlic. Yeah. Next one, and radish, 무, yeah, 무, 그렇죠? One syllable, 무. Well, some people may pronounce it as 2 syllables, 무, but still the standard is the 무, 1 syllable, and it's really a unit that you can one item, so you can use 개 for the counter. So 무 한 개 주세요. 무 2개 주세요. Okay. Next one, 배추. 배추 is what? 배추 is interesting. It's 배추. But the next one is 양배추. 그죠? 양배추. 배추, 양배추. They're related. 그죠? But 배추, but 양배추, okay. 양배추 is the cabbage in English, cabbage. But 배추 is the what? Napa cabbage. Napa cabbage or Asian style cabbage, Chinese cabbage. So you have different names, but look at the name. This Chinese cabbage, Napa cabbage, whatever it is, this is used for kimchi. We are familiar, Korean people are familiar with the 배추. So that's the original. Okay? 양배추 looks similar. It is imported later from the Western countries. So 양배추. 양 means Western. Okay? The West. 그래서 양배추 is the imported 배추. Yeah. And the similar relation is found in the 파 and 양파. Okay, 파, the green onion, scallion. This green onion was everywhere in Korea, but 양파 was imported. And if you just check this part, that's the 양파. But if you grow the plant, then you will see the leaves are green. Looks similar, a little bigger than the 파. So 파, 양파. 파, 양파. So 양 means the same thing. So 파, 양파. Onion, green onion. Okay. 배추, 양배추. 한복, Korean dress. 양복, Western dress. Okay. That's the function of 야. Meaning of 야. Okay. 좋아요. 배추, 양배추, 파, 양파. Next one. 당근. You can count it by 개. 한 개, 두 개. And if they are in the bag, plastic bag, then you use 한 봉. Yeah, 한 봉. If it's in the net, then it's called, you have to call it as a 망, right? But sometimes you use the unit, 100 gram. Okay? In Korea, we don't use ounce or pound. We just use the grams and kilograms. So 당근 100 grams, so you need a scale to measure how much you buy. So 당근 100 gram, and that's the price. 예요? Okay, they are the vegetables. Now move on to the fruits. Two most general, most common fruits in Korea are what? 사과 and 배. 배 and 사과. 배 is the pear, the Asian pear. It's a little bigger than American pear, and it's juicy and really expensive though. 자, so 배 아주 배고요. And the next one is 사과. 사과 is apple. 그렇죠? Apple. In, Korean people like Fuji apple. 그렇죠? 사과예요. All right, they are the two fruits, and there are more. 감 is persimmon. If you want to say one thing, then you can 감 한 개, but you can buy 감 by kilogram, so the weight. 그렇죠? And then 감 is the persimmon. Persimmon is not very common in the United States, but Korean people love it. I love it. 감. This is the fuyu 감, but there are some soft 감 too, so you can enjoy various kinds of 감 in Korea. Next one is 복숭아, peach. 복숭아, okay. 복숭아 한 개. Really delicious. 맛있어요. 그렇죠? 자, next one is the 딸기. 탈 아니에요? 딸기고요. 딸기, strawberry. It's in the package. 그죠? Package. So the pack is used as a parting counter. So 딸기 한 팩. 딸기 한 팩이에요. 15,400원이고요. And the next one is grape. grape은 포도예요. 포도는 한 팩 이렇게 팩 해서 썼습니다. But actually, if you learn more Korean, then you will learn some other counters. For example, the 포도, this can be used, can be counted by the 송이. So the one bundle is 송이. Okay, you can use that. But the 수박 is 통. Okay, this is the 수박. This is 수박. It's cut there, but this is the 수박, and 수박 is watermelon. You can count it by the 통. 통 is the whole. 이렇게 쓸 수가 있습니다. All right, that's the this 통 can be also used to count the 배추 한 통. But some plants can be counted by the 포기. The plant's one root of a plant is called 포기. So 배추 한 포기. That's also very common to count these vegetables. Okay. If you have any questions, leave it there, and then you can go shopping to buy this and then enjoy this healthy food. Thank you.